Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video I will be showing you step by step how to use Mailerlite. I will be covering everything from how to create an account, how to manage your email lists, how to create a landing page, how to create emails, and how to create email automations. If I am speaking too fast or too slow for you, you can go down to the settings icon in the bottom right corner of this video and adjust the speed. Also, if you are just interested in certain sections of this video, I will leave timestamps in the description so that you can skip to certain sections. With that being said, let's jump right in. So the first thing that we want to do is actually grab a 30-day free trial to Mailerlite. The way that you can do this is if you use the first link in the description of this video, go ahead and open up Mailerlite. You will be able to grab this 30-day free trial. So once you are on Mailerlite right here, just go ahead and click on sign up free right here. And then to access the free trial, we just need to enter in a company name, your actual name, email address, and then create a password. Once you have entered all of that information in, click on create my account here at the bottom, and this will take you through to the Mailerlite dashboard. So we can exit out of this message right here. And then the first thing that we want to do when we are on Mailerlite is verify your email. So Mailerlite will have automatically sent you an email, so just go over to whichever email address you signed up with, and you should see an email that looks like this. So just go ahead and click verify email address, and just like that, we now have the email verification complete. The final thing that we need to do is complete your profile, so just click on complete on this right hand side, and then simply enter in what it asks for. So you can change your time zone right here. You can select what industry you are in. I'm just going to select artist, and then select the tools you are interested in using. Once you have done all of that, just click on next step, and then we can go through here and just enter in a few more things. Once all of this is entered, we can scroll down and accept the anti-spam policy, and then click on confirm. Once you do that, we are now fully signed up to Mailerlite. Now, the first thing that we are going to be covering is how you can actually create a site or a landing page. So to do this, we are just going to go over to sites on this left-hand side. And then as you can see right here, we have two options to either create a landing page or a website. Now, the difference between a landing page and a website is very simple. A landing page is effectively just a one-page website. So this would just be a page that people would come to, they would enter in their email, usually in return for something like a free ebook or whatever you are offering as your lead magnet. So I'm just going to go in and create a landing page right here. So you select your site name at the top. I'm just going to call this GeForce North, and then select if you are creating a landing page or a website. I'm just going to go with landing page and then click on save. It's then going to ask you to select a group. Now, groups are different categories that you can sort your email list into. For example, if you have people on your email list that might be interested in photography, you can create a photography group. And then if we also have people who are interested in food, we can create a food group. However, for most people, you are just going to want one group. So let's go ahead and create a group here. Let's just call this email list. Once you have created your group name, simply click on create, and then we can go ahead and click on continue. This is then going to take us over to the website builder, and the first thing that we are going to do is choose a template. Now, as you can see, we have 49 different templates to choose from, so you can scroll through all of these different pages and choose a template that you would like to start with. People really love to overcomplicate landing pages. However, I personally prefer to keep them nice and simple, and that is what has worked for me. So we are going to create a super simple yet effective landing page. So we just want to choose the most simple template. I like this one called Email Expert. So just go ahead and choose this landing page. This landing page is then going to load in, and we can scroll down and see the entire pre-built landing page that we get. Now, the first thing that I always do with my landing pages is go straight through here and delete all of these different sections by clicking on this trash can icon. So I'm just going to go through and delete every single one of these sections right here. And then as you can see, this website is now completely blank, apart from this header at the top. So we will get into the header later and how we can customize this. But the first thing that we are going to do is go over to the sidebar and choose blocks. Now we can scroll down here and add in anything. So we can add in social media icons, we can add in columns, sign up forms, tables, surveys, quiz, like there's so many different things that you can do. Now, a lot of these are for more advanced if you have been creating email marketing landing pages for a while. However, as I say, we are going to keep this super simple. The first thing that we are going to add in is an image right here. So if we just drag in the image, and then the second thing is if we just scroll down, we want to drag in a sign up form as well and place it underneath. So right now we just have an image and a sign up form. Now in the image, this is where you want to put an image of whatever you are giving away as a lead magnet. Now right here, I am just going to quickly explain what a lead magnet is for anybody who is super new. If you are already a little bit more advanced in email marketing, feel free to skip this section. So what a lead magnet is this is something that every email marketer needs. This is a reason why people will give you their email. You don't just go around and give your email to everybody on the internet for free, because otherwise your email would just be filled with a bunch of spam. The only reason that people are going to give you their email address is if you give away something that is valuable for free. So for example, with this video, if I wanted to get people from this video onto my email list, I might say something, or I might create a lead magnet that is how to grow your email list. This is a free video that I am giving away. And the way that you get access to this training is if you give me your email. Now, your lead magnet can be anything from a video that you create to an ebook that you create. It can be absolutely anything. You just need something of value that you can give away for free in return for their email. So now that you understand what a lead magnet is, this is the reason that we have an image. So you can go ahead and add in an image of your lead magnet. Now to add an image, we simply click on the image section, go over to this control panel on the right hand side, and then we can click on browse to actually go ahead and upload images into Mailerlite. So I can just go ahead and add in this example for this email growth guide. And this is a little bit big, so let's maybe go ahead and make this smaller, just like that. Now in here, actually let's add a little bit of text. So let's save this right here. And then let's go up and add in this text section. And in here, I will say, enter your email for free access to my email growth guide. And then we can go ahead and edit this text by simply highlighting it and then using this control panel at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and align this in the center, make this bold, and then make the text a little bit bigger. Let's make this 30. And already this looks a lot better. We just maybe need to change the color of this to black. There we go. So we now have the image. We now have the text that tells people what to do. And then we can click into this email section. And this is where people will actually go ahead and enter their email. So we do not only want to collect their email, we want to collect their first name as well. So just go up to form right here. And then if we go down, we can see this add field option. So we can click on add field, and then this is automatically going to be set to name. However, if you want to add something else, click on this pencil icon, and then you can choose from any of these fields. I'm just going to leave this as name, and then let's actually swap these around by using this drag and drop tool right here. And then as you can see, we now ask for their name and their email. We can go to the settings area and we can play around with this, changing like the background and everything like that. However, I am pretty happy with how this looks. So that's my basic default landing page. The only thing that I do need to change is this bar at the top, the header. So just click into this pencil icon, and then you can also add a logo up here if you choose. So to add a logo, just click on browse and then you can add in your logo. And then for this navigation bar, I'm just going to delete all of these. This get in touch button, I do not want that either. And then as you can see, I have my very basic landing page. So that is the landing page right there. However, when people go through and click subscribe, they need to be taken to a second page, and this is what this success page is at the top. Now, the way this is right here, I think this is absolutely fine. Maybe I will just change this bottom text to say, your guide is on the way to your inbox. However, once again, the exact same thing goes here, where it's just drag and drop, and you can add in any of these elements right here by simply dragging and dropping in, and then you can delete these as well. So if I want to add an image, I can add an image right here. However, as I say, I like to keep this nice and simple. Once you have created your landing page and your success page, just go ahead and click on Save as Draft at the top. And then this is going to take us through to the page settings. So in here, we can change the URL. So I could change the back half of this URL to maybe something like free email guide. And that just looks a lot more professional. Then under the favicon, you can also add a logo here. The favicon is this little logo that you see at the side of each tab. And then in here, you can change the SEO settings, which are not going to be super important when you're just building a simple landing page like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and click save. Just like that, we have now created this landing page and this is now live. So that is how you can create a simple landing page. The second thing that we are going to look into now is the email list. So as people go ahead and sign up to the landing page that we just created, they are going to land in the subscribers section. And this right here is your email list. Now, you will always see your email right here. Some people can actually make the mistake in going ahead and deleting this. However, this is not a good idea, as you always want to be subscribed to your own emails so you can see them come in, make sure everything is working correctly, and make sure they are not hitting spam or anything like that. Now, with each subscriber, you will see their email. You will then see how many emails you have sent to them, how many of these emails have been opened, and then how many times they have clicked the links that are in your emails. You can also see the subscribed date right here, and then sometimes you can see the location if you ask for it. To delete subscribers, we can click on this checkmark icon, go up to actions right here, and then we can choose to delete these. We can also move these to unsubscribed if you want to move them to the unsubscribed category, but you don't want to fully delete the email. We can also add and remove from groups. So if I want to add this person to the group that I created earlier, which is email list, I can do that, click on save, and then this person is now added to that group. We can then go up to this section at the top and see segments. Now, if you are new to email marketing, which you probably are if you're watching this video, then segments is not something that you need to worry about. That is advanced, and I'm not going to cover that in this beginner's tutorial. Moving over to groups, this is where you can see all of the groups that you have created. You can see how many people are in this group, the open rate percentage of this group, and also the click rate percentage of this group. This just gives you a better idea for if you have multiple groups, which are the most engaged, which people are clicking the most, and you can see which are the best groups from this menu. In fields, this is where we can go over. And if you remember, I asked for a name in the email sign-up form that I created. So you can ask for any of the things that are here. You can ask for zip codes, phone numbers, last names, country, any of these. And we can also create a new field. So just as an example for a field, I could maybe go here and say like car model if I am creating an email list for cars. And then in text, I can then ask people for their car model. And this just allows me to see people's car models for if I need to do something with that information. What we can also do is use these tags. Now, I will show you this in more detail later on in the video when we go ahead and create emails. But if you have ever received an email that says, hey, and then your first name, this is how it is created. So these tags right here, let's say that we have 3 different people on the email list called John, Dave, and Barry. We can add this name tag into our email, and then it is going to send the specific person's first name in that email. So I can send the same email to everybody, And as long as I have this tag as the name, it's going to send Bob's email to Bob, Sally's email to Sally, and then I can't remember the other name. So right there, that is how you can use fields. Stats is very easy to understand. This is where you can just come and see the statistics for your email. They also have a bar graph down here. They have pie charts and all of this. And then you can see statistics for certain groups and segments as well. So if I want to see the statistics for my email list group, I can select that there and then see all of these statistics. Clean up inactive. This is super helpful for if you have an email list of 10 or 20,000 people and you start to have more and more inactive people, people who have given you fake email addresses. And if you send emails to these people, because they are not opening them, they can damage your list health, and your list health affects how often you show up in spam and how often you actually hit the email inbox. So it is super important to every so often just go through and unsubscribe all of the inactive people to keep care of your list health. Then under history, we can click into here and we can see like the subscriber history, see people who have subscribed, unsubscribed, what they have been doing, and everything like that. So that is the subscriber section. The next thing that we are going to be covering is actually creating email campaigns. So I can click into campaigns, and then you can see under campaigns, we have a lot of different options. So we can create a basic email. We can create an A/B split test, which will send out 2 different emails. For example, let's say that I have 500 people on my email list, and I want to test 2 different emails to see which is the best. It will send 250 of each email, and then I can track the statistics to see which of these emails did better. We can create an auto resend campaign, which will send the same email twice to make sure that people have a second chance to open. And then these right here are a little bit more advanced, and I don't think they are worth covering in this tutorial. So let's just click on create right here. And then you can see we can choose between a regular campaign, an A/B split test, RSS, or auto send. So I'm just going to go for regular campaign for this example. So you choose your campaign. And then in here, this is where we can start creating the email. So the campaign name, your subscribers are not going to see this. So I could just call this campaign 1. For the subject, of course, your email subscribers are going to see this. And this is the main thing, the main heading that they are going to see in their email inbox. So I could just say, open this for free stuff. And then as you can see, the preview of this heading is automatically going to change. You can also change your sender email right here. So I could say, this is Riley Holden. If I want to add my name, you can change this to your company name or however you want this to appear as the sender for your email. The pre-header, this is what goes under the subject. And once again, this is very important as people are going to see this before they click on the email. So I can say something like you needed help with your emails, right? And this is how the email will show up in the inbox preview. From here, we can then choose recipients. So I can click on here and then I can choose whether I want to send this to all of my subscribers or just the email list group that I created earlier. We can then click on select. And then from here, we can go through and start customizing the actual email. So we have 3 options here. We can either start from scratch, a blank template. We can choose from a template gallery. Or if you have created emails in the past, you can go to recent emails and select one of these to model from. Now, if you want a plain text email, you can go with start from scratch. Or if you want one of these more branded emails, you can choose from any of these templates. First of all, let's go ahead and create just a plain text email. So we can go ahead and select the rich text editor right here. And then this is super simple. All we do here is click into start writing your text. And then from here, we can just go ahead and type out this email. So we can say like, hey, and then if you remember earlier, we have the tags that we can enter people's first name. So to do this, we just create one of these little, I don't even know what this is. It's kind of like a square bracket with this kind of thing hanging out of the side. Hopefully you can see that, and I don't need to go much into detail what that is. And then we can put the $, name, and then close with one of these brackets. Now that right there is automatically going to change to the name of the person who signed up. And then we can just go through and type out the rest of the email, just like this. And then once the email is done, just click on Done Editing. And then just like that, we have now created this email campaign. So we can go down here, choose whether we want to send this now, send this later, or send based off time zones. And then all we would have to do is click on send to actually go ahead and send this email out. So that is very easy. That is how we can create a plain text email. So now let's go back and create another campaign, and I will show you how you can create one of the more branded emails. When we go back over to the email design, let's now select a template from the gallery. And as you can see, these are all different branded emails. So there's 70 different templates that we can choose from here. So we can just go through and choose one of these. I'm going to go with this birthday one right here. So you can either preview these to take a full look at the template before you choose it, or we can simply click on choose, and then we can go through and edit this template. So once this opens in, it's very similar to how we created the website, and this is all drag and drop. So we can click into the text and we can change this to subscribe. And then once again, we can go to this text here and we can change this as well. At the top here, you can see we currently have a logo. So we can click into this logo, click on edit image, and then you can go ahead and insert your own logo, just like I did there. We then have another image right here. You can either leave this, you can delete this, anything that you like. And then if we scroll down, we also have an image. So once again, we can go up and edit this image, replace this image, add a link to this image. So we could say if somebody clicks on this, then they are taken over to your website. In this example, I'm just going to go for YouTube. So you paste the URL that you want to take them to right there. And then if I just go ahead and preview this, you can see that if I now click on this image, we are usually going to be taken over to YouTube. I don't know why it's refusing to connect there, but that is how you can add links into images. From here, we can then go down and edit all of this. I'm pretty sure that you understand how this all works. Over on the left-hand side, we can add in different sections. So for example, if I want to add in like an image gallery, I can add this in right there. If I want to add in elements like a title, a button, anything like that, I can just go ahead and add them in. And then I can add like links to this button. I can change the color over here on the left-hand side. And as I said, this is very, very simple. It is simply just drag and drop. Once you have created this email, we can do the same thing. Click on Done Editing. And then this is going to take us through to the same page as last time, where we can send now, send later, or send based on time zones, and then click send. The next thing that we are going to cover is forms. Now, the way that forms work is if you already have a website like a Shopify store or you have a blog on WordPress, you can add a pop-up form so that people can enter their email address straight from that website. Now, I'm going to be showing you this example with Shopify. However, this works in the exact same way for if you are using WordPress or any other website builder that is out there. So if we go to pop-ups and then click on create, we can first of all name this. So if I just say GForce test, as it says, people will not be able to see this and you can change this later. Now in here, we have the option for pop-up, embed form or promotion. And for most people, you are just going to want to add a pop-up. The difference between these is if I just go back, I think we can actually see this. A pop-up form will actually pop up on your website, something like what you can see on screen now. An embedded form is going to be more so at the bottom of the website so that people can enter in their email address at the bottom. And then promotions is for if you have a special promotion coming on. You can see something like this on the screen where we have a 10% off sale or a Black Friday sale. You can do this using the promotions. So if I just go back here, I will show you a pop-up. We can click save and continue. We can select the group once again. So just select the group you created earlier. And then we have a bunch of different templates to choose from. Once again, we have only 24 this time. So I'm just going to go with this template right here. Click on choose. And then this is pretty similar to everything else we have talked about with the drag and drop editor. The only difference with the form editor is this is a little bit more limited. You can see that we only have 6 blocks that we can choose from. We can only add text, image and content, countdown, social links, and divider. So we can go in here and we can completely change this. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and swap this image out. So click into this image, click on edit image, and then I'm going to upload an image of the product that I am selling on my Shopify store. So I can just enter that in right there, change this text to, I don't know, something like mesmerizing discount. And then for this bottom text, I'm going to say subscribe to get a discount that is out of this world, making sure this is all branded. And then what I can do is just click on this editor right here. And once again, make sure that I am collecting people's names. Once you have edited this entire thing, we can once again click on done editing. And then we can change a few of these different things. So we can choose if we want to delay this. So we can say wait 5 seconds before showing the pop-up. When the user scrolls to 50% of the site, show before closing page. So what this does is if somebody either goes to this X button or they go to exit out of the tab, it will show the pop-up. So I'm just going to say wait 5 seconds before showing the pop-up. We can then choose the frequency of how often you want to show to the same user again. I'm just going to change this to always. And then we can also choose a schedule. From here, we can click on save changes. It's then going to take you through to this page. And as you can see at the bottom here, it says if you're using WordPress, you can install this plugin to actually add this code in. Or if you are using Shopify, you can install the Mailerlite app for Shopify. So if you are adding to any of these websites, just go through, install that plugin, and then it will walk you through what to do from there. So for example, we can just click continue, and that form is now created. The last thing that we are going to touch on is automation and how you can completely automate your emails. So we can just set this up once, and then we can kick back on a beach or something like that while all of our emails are sent out automatically, making us money. This is the whole point of online income. So all we are going to do is click into automation, click on new automation right here, and then we can go through and select from some of these templates. So we can either start from scratch, we can go for a simple welcome email, win back inactive subscribers, retarget subscribers. We have a lot of different options right here. So the best thing to do is if you see the goal of your automation being listed out here, just go ahead and use that. Like if I click on online course, for example, we can see this automation has automatically been written out for us. You can of course go in and change this, but just to show you how this works, I'm going to be starting from scratch. So I'll just call this test and then click start building. And then we can now go through and start creating this. So the very first thing we need to do is set up a workflow trigger. So what this means is the first thing to happen for this email automation to get triggered and kick into action. And 99% of the time, this is going to be when a subscriber joins a group, meaning they're subscribed. So I'm going to say, as soon as somebody joins this email list group, this is going to be triggered. We can then click on this plus icon, and then you can see we have 5 different options: email, delay, condition, action, and A/B testing. Now, these 2 right here are once again a little bit more advanced. We are only going to be focusing on these 3, but these are very, very powerful tools. So we can say as soon as somebody subscribes, we send them an email, and then you can choose the email subject. Once again, go through and edit this, and then we can click in to design the email and go through the exact same process that we went through when we were creating emails earlier. So you can create this first email, and then what we can do, for example, is add in a delay and then say wait 1 day. We could even wait like 2 days or 3 days. But let's say wait 1 day. And then after 1 day, we want to send them another email. Once again, you go through this right-hand side, create the email once again, and then this would be email 2. Now, after you've done this a few times, we've added a few delays and created a few different emails. What we can then do, if I just go and add one more, is we can click here and then we can click on condition. Now, condition is super, super powerful because what we can do here is send people down a different path depending on what they have done so far. So for example, I could say on this plus side, so I could change this, for example, to workflow activity and say if email 1 was opened, then if this is true, I could send a specific email for people who have opened email 1. If they have not, then they go down this path and I can create like a completely different email workflow for either side. So if they did open day 1, they go down this side. If they didn't, they go down this side. So let's say email 1 was opened, I can just carry on with my normal email workflow. But if they didn't open email 1, I might send them an email that says something like, hey, are you still interested? If you are, open this email. If not, don't worry, I won't contact you. And then this way, not only are we not spamming people and not annoying them, but we are also protecting our list health. So that is just an option that you can go for. But let's actually just go ahead and delete this right here. But we can go down and, as I say, create this email automation sequence just by adding delays and emails so that these emails are triggered automatically and they send out on autopilot even though you only have to set them up once. That is my complete Mailerlite tutorial. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.